Hello, and welcome to this episode or whatever of D. Thompson 1 through 9. Um, this episode, I'm going to show you a magic trick that many magicians perform. I have here just a normal deck of cards, no trick with them, just normal deck. First, I'm going to perform the trick to you, and then I'm going to show you how it's done. So, acting as if you were actually here, I'm going to play this out, okay? I shuffle the deck. I prefer to shuffle it overhand. That's how I shuffle. Oops. Dropping the cards is not part of the magic trick, just so you know. Okay. The next thing you do is you go through like this and tell them, or as I would tell you, to tell me when to stop. Say stop here, okay? You could tell them either keep going or that's the card you want. Say they say keep going, you just keep going until they say stop. Okay. Is that the card you want? Yes. Alright. I'm going to set that card down. Originally, I would hand it to you, but I can't really hand it through a computer screen. Now can I? For all instructional purposes, I'm not going to look at this card, but I am going to show it to you. Okay? Now here's the trick. You tell them to put it on the bottom of the deck. Okay? I would tell you, put it on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So it's on the bottom of the deck. Now I shuffle it. Okay? Just a normal shuffle. Like I said, overhand's my preferred. I like shuffling overhand, obviously. And then you take and you set it down. Okay? No trick here. You tell them, I would tell you, split it into 3. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. It's split into 3. Now, I would show you, or I am going to show you this card, which is not your card. Okay? I know this. This is definitely not your card. Okay? So, put that down there. Pick this one up. This was also not your card. Okay? Not your card. I know this. Okay? Obviously, not your card. Put that back down. Pick this deck up. Okay? This one here, still not your card. I know this. I'm the magician or the illusionist. I know it's not your card. Okay. So, putting those all down, okay? I've checked every single one of these, and none of them was your card. Okay. So, I would come off and say, what would you say if I could pull your card out of this deck? You would obviously say, well, that's impossible, because your card is right there. Okay? So, I would say, well, let's bet on it. Okay? I'll bet you some money. Alright? Let's say $5, just going cheap. Then you ask them, well, I would ask you, what number, think of a number between 1 and 10, and tell me that number. Okay? Perhaps you say 5. Okay? Shut up. Sorry, dog. Okay, say you'd say 5. I would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now here's the trick. Is your card going to be at the bottom of this deck? Obviously, you would say no, because you've seen your card right here. But, how could that be? Your card's right there. Okay, since this was your card, okay, put these all back. And what were these cards? If you remember right, this one here was a ace of diamonds. No more. No, 5 of diamonds. This one here, I don't remember what it was, but it definitely wasn't a 4 of diamonds. Okay? This one here, yeah, you thought that was your card. No, that's not your card. Not at all. Now, I will show you how the trick is done. Okay, you shuffle it as you normally would, any way you want. Doesn't matter. I do it overhand because then it goes with the trick, because it looks weird if you do it overhand and then do a poker shuffle. Let's see. Yeah, you shuffle it. You take and you have pick out a card, whatever card, you know. Okay, say it's this one. I'll let you see it. Okay, 7. Normally you would not see this because it's part of the magic trick, part of the illusion that this is their card and that you cannot see it. You have them put it on the bottom of your deck, of cards, and what you do here, this is the main part of the illusion. Okay, well, one of the main parts. It's a trick shuffle. It's not a real shuffle. What you do is you take your thumb and your middle finger and you pinch them together kind of tightly. Okay, so it ends up taking, and when you pull up, you keep that card on the bottom. Okay, that card on the bottom, and then you just bring it down. Okay, pinch, down, pinch, down. Okay, and you can do that as many times as you want, and no matter what, that 7 of spades, or 7 of clubs is going to stay at the bottom. Now, you take and you set this deck of cards down, and you tell them to split it into 3. Or like split into 3, yeah. So they'll go, okay, 1, and then you got your 3 piles. You start off with the last pile that they made here, and you tell them, this was not your card. This is the 4 of diamonds. Obviously, this was not your card. I'm the magician. I know what your card was. That's all you do. And now, this part you don't have to do. This part I do because it trains you up for the last deck there. You take your pinky and you grip it onto the card, and you have to be holding them like this. And you pull down on it as it's down like this, and you grab the card that's behind it and put it down. Okay? And then you grab this. Do the same thing. This was not your card. Obviously, 3 of spades, not your card. You take it and you do that. Now here is where they're going to be like, oh no, that was my card. Before they can say anything, come right off and say, hey, shh, shh, shh. I'm the magician. Let me tell you how it's done. Okay? You flip this up. This was not your card. Okay? Obviously not your card. That's what you tell them. Although you know this is their card. Okay? And this is where you actually have to do the pinky trick. Okay? You slide it down, pick it up, and put it down without them seeing you do the slide. And now, this part here, you keep it slid down, you grab the next card, and you go, it was none of these right here, and you put that on the bottom. That there covers your card, so that way you can go like this and say, well, what would you say if I could pull your card out of this deck? They would say, oh no, you can't do that, that's impossible. And I'd be like, well, I'll show you. Think of a number between 1 and 10. Doesn't matter what number they say. So I'm going to go with 5 again, just because it's right in the middle, and I like being not in the middle, but, you know, I like whatever. Okay, we'll go with 2. Well, I can't go with 2, because 2 wouldn't really work. I mean, you can go with 2, but for illustrational purposes, for me to teach you, I can't go with 2. I'm going to have to go with 7. Okay, 7. You take and you have it held down to where they can't see it. You take your front card there, okay, and you flip it up, okay? You just have it flipped right up like that, okay? Now their card is on the bottom. You cannot let them see right here. Another way to do it is just to leave that there, but I wouldn't suggest it. I suggest it because then you have to slide 2 cards, which makes it 10 times harder. So you just don't let them see this part. You perform the slide. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the last one, you come right off and you tell them, now, what would you do if I pulled your card 5th from the deck, okay? You don't let them see that their card is right there at the bottom of the deck. They say, oh, wow, that would be amazing, and you make a wager on it or whatever, or you can just do it for fun, whatever. And you go, oh, okay, and then you flip it up, voila, there's their card, and that's your magic trick. This is D. Thompson 1 through 9, and that's all I've got for you today.